I have come to the conclusion that MAGA followers and Republicans in general are just the most gullible set of assholes and ass hats ever assembled in modern human history. Because their politicians know this, and they keep manipulating them with cultural issues and stupid grift. Case in point, if you saw a couple of yesterday, I did a video about how the United States after the Civil War became the United States is, as opposed to the United States are. Well, we're back to the United States are due to Trump and all the other people who don't consider us Americans or part of the United States if we did not vote for Trump or support Trump, which is totally un-American to the core. We're supposed to have our own opinions, and the president is supposed to serve all of us, not a certain bunch of people who kiss his ass. It doesn't work like that. It's never works like that. But Trump has made it a point to reward those who help him grift off them. And case in point today. First of all, Josh Hawley is probably one of the worst human beings ever. Probably the worst politician ever. Opportunistic, not very bright, no matter his education, and always looking for a way to make himself seem relevant. He hasn't done anything for the state of Missouri other than feed their hate and their culture stupidity. Okay? Then again, your state has a super Republican majority that basically they voted for enshrining women's rights, reproductive rights in Missouri, and they said, fuck it, and just voted it, and the legislation said, we're just not going to do it, we took it out. That's what they think of democracy overall, Missourian Republicans. So this senator of the United States, supposed to be a bright man, Ivy League educated, stated that he wants to give Americans tariff rebates. Okay, first of all, tariffs are not paid by the country we put the tariffs on. Trade goods or trade is usually private sector stuff, not a country to country. When you put a tariff on a product, that tariff has to be paid by who is purchasing the product. The middleman purchases the product and then passes the cost on to the consumer. The government gets none of this money. But you dumbasses have been fed that line, and even though he knows better, Josh Hawley is feeding you bullshit again, because now he is saying that we all should get Trump tariff rebates. We should get a check for the tariffs from the deals that Trump is doing. No, they're not giving us money. The EU is not writing us a check for billions, the Japanese aren't. It doesn't work like that. It never has. It never will. This is a grift. This is a lie. But to make the lie worse, Josh Hawley is saying, yeah, but we're only going to give it to those people who supported Donald Trump, not the people who supported Biden and Kamala Harris. First of all, there is going to be no check. Okay? Let's bottom line it, you guys. I know already there's people probably celebrating here. Oh, we're going to get money. You ain't going to get a goddamn thing. This is another way to distract you from Trump's Epstein problem. Okay? And two, what are you going to do? Going into all the voter rolls? Or in order to get the check, we have to say who we voted for, which is unconstitutional to begin with. This is another bullshit ploy by your Missouri representative to make the MAGA love him again. And to make him say, look at me, look who I am. I can be someone. You ain't shit, Josh Hawley. And we do know you're a scared little running bitch. We watched you during January 6th. Yeah, so much for the peaceful protest, right? Why were you running for your life? But I digress. You people are gullible, and you people are just absolutely deep in the cold Kool-Aid if you think you're getting a dime from this administration due to tariffs. So I'm not worried about it as a registered Democrat and someone who's voted for Biden and Kamala Harris about getting any kind of money, because there ain't going to be any money. Because I see a con when I see it, when I know it.